All right, guys, so in this video, we're going to go over a blitz that I believe that is the best blitz in the entire game. Now, that is definitely something that a lot of people like to claim. It is what a lot of people like to use for clicks and views and all that fun stuff, right? I mentioned in my last video. Every blitz has strengths, it has weaknesses, and overall, like, is there a true best blitz in the game? Not really, not for everybody. But for me and for the way I like to play and for what I think the general public will find in terms of like the best true blitz, I think this is one that is going to give a lot of people problems because they aren't used to seeing it. I think it is a different look than normal, so a lot of people will try to do stuff like run halfback base, for instance, which doesn't work, or they'll try to do different block and slide combos that would pick up normal meta blitzes that don't really pick this one up. So let me go ahead and kind of show you what I'm talking about. The play itself is going to be called zero blitz, but you do need to run this with your auto alignment on base. You need base align on. Everything else is completely up to you. You can put flats at 30. You can do your zone drops. You can set match. You can do anything you want in terms of this right here. But since it is a man blitz, everything that you're going to do on the back end coverage wise is completely optional. Like you can run stock cover 0. You could turn this into a cover 2 on one side, or you can just make whatever crazy adjustments your heart really desires. And that's what makes this so good. So we're going to showcase this against Bunch just because Bunch is the easiest and I think the best thing to show it against. People will try to run trips. They'll try to run all sorts of stuff, and it's not going to make a difference. The pressure is going to get in there. But I'm going to show this against 5 out first, then we'll start blocking the running back, and then we'll start messing around with slide protections and all that stuff, and I'll show you how this works all together, right? So coming out in Bunch corner strike here, just generic 5 out play. And the setup for this blitz is to press your coverage, shift your linebackers left, and then QB contain, right? That is the blitz setup. Now, what you can do with this, if you really want to, is you can start zoning out different people if you want to send as little as 3 people. I'm going to show you the best way to get pressure against anything here in this video. And that's going to be to really run this with just sending the 6 people, right? If you send 6, they're not going to be able to block and slide and do any combination of that in terms of picking this blitz up. So first and foremost, this is how the blitz looks against a generic 5 out play. You're going to see that you're going to get edge heat and A-gap heat, and there will be times where you'll get 3 people coming in free, right? So the 2 people that are going to come in free pretty much 100% of the time are going to be this linebacker on the left, right? So in this case, I believe that's Jabril Peppers, and then the slot corner. You'll see the corner will come in. You'll see that this linebacker will shoot through the A-gap, and he'll come in as well. Now, the thing that makes this different than most A-gap blitzes, we have our defensive line spread, right? So we're not pinching everybody. And then a lot of people, when they do this look, they'll be blitzing this player coming through the A-gap. So a lot of people will slide to the right and be able to pick him up. This is very reminiscent of W's blitz out of the nickel 3-3 formation in terms of getting this like A-gap looper from pretty far away. Now, we're going to go ahead and do it again, right? QB contain, press, shift linebackers right. None of that has to be done in any specific order. You're basically just, once you do it, you're set up, you're good to go. We'll go ahead. Here's 5 out again, and you can see it's how the pressure is going to come in. Faster the players coming up the A-gap, the better, obviously. Doesn't need any pass rushing traits or anything crazy like that. But here we go. Set up one more time. This time, I'm going to simply slide right. A lot of people like to slide protect to the right to pick up these A-gap blitzes. And as you see, that does not work with this A-gap blitz. Slide right does not work. This time, we're going to set it up. We'll slide left. So here, we'll slide left. Boom. You can see sliding left gets the A-gap, or excuse me, becomes B-gap to the right. And if they were to go ahead and simply block the running back, I think I showed this already, but I might not have. Blocking a running back simply does not work because he goes and cuts the guy coming through the B gap on the right. And if we block the running back, for instance, slide protect to the right, which is, like I said, most people's like go-to. As you see, we block the running back. We're going to slide to the right. And you see we are still getting the edge heat coming free on the left-hand side. So really, there's no true way to pick this blitz up. You can see if you were to go ahead, block the running back here on the left-hand, or excuse me, on the right-hand side, like a lot of blitzes kind of do get messed up with this. In this scenario, you would just go ahead, play on the guy that's on the running back. You can see, doesn't really matter. Pressure is going to come in either through the A-gap on the left, or it's going to come in through the edge heat. Really, it comes in both in-game the majority of the time. And then I guess the last thing I'll just show you real quick is runs, right? Because this alignment, you would think, all right, this is an easy run play, right? So especially in bunch, people spam halfback base. But what you'll see happen, can't really spam halfback base. Can't spam most runs because of the way that they shoot the gaps, right? So this linebacker here over the middle, over the center, he shoots through the B gap, which automatically pretty much puts a stop, cuts everything inside. And then you can't really cut anything inside because the other guy is shooting the opposite B gap, and your user is not even needed to make a play. So just like that, you've got a blitz that doesn't look like it should come A gap, and it does. You got pressure that's going to come off the edge. You got pressure that's going to come through the B gap. And no matter which way they block and slide protect, it's not going to pick the pressure up.